Choosing to stay with us, we proceed with news where the Geologists Registration Board has begun a week-long assessment of rising water levels in Rift Valley lakes to establish the causes, extent of damage and possible long-term solutions. The investigation comes as expanding lakes continue to displace communities, submerge farmlands, destroy infrastructure and also alter ecosystems across the region. Mike Chalo reports on that.
The team, led by Board Chairperson Lojomon Biwot and Chief Executive Officer Simon Chepseba, visited Lake Bogoria, Lake Baringo, Lake Elementaita, Lake Nakuru, Lake Solai, Olokwet and Lake Naivasha to assess the status of the lakes and establish the causes of rising water levels before preparing recommendations.
We believe there is something that is happening. We cannot say for sure what it is, but we think that the graben or the section that is faulting or cutting is subsiding or moving down.
The rising water levels, which began in 2010, have caused socio-economical and environmental damage. Previous government reports estimate that about 80,000 households, equivalent to nearly 400,000 people, have been affected and displaced, farmlands submerged, destruction of critical infrastructure, and increased human-wildlife conflict.
These lakes rising have caused impacts on communities living around these lakes, and that is why we really need to understand and advise government the best way we can address. We found that some people have been displaced, you are aware.
The reports also indicate that Lake Solai has expanded by 123%, while Lake Naivasha has expanded by 21%.
Again, Naivasha, the bonds for the sewerage here in Nakuru have been submerged, I think 6 of them.
The board also noted that Lake Nakuru and Baringo have expanded significantly, submerging vegetation, altering land use and pushing wildlife closer to human settlements. The team will now compile its field observation with previous scientific findings before submitting the report.
We need to look into the root cause of this, probably using integrated scientific methods, and we should also have interdisciplinary research such that the geological component, for example, which has been ignored over time.
The experts are also considering long-term solutions such as aquifers, check dams, interbasin water transfers, and water quality tests, particularly at Lake Nakuru.
And this is the right time where we should collect that water, whether it is coming from the wastewater, whether it's coming from the floods, so that we can store it, treat it and store it for future.
The board has, however, called for calm, saying the changes have been gradual and that the final report will guide appropriate interventions to mitigate the impact of the rising lake waters. Mike Chalo, TV 47.
Thank you, Mike, for that.